Heya hej. All right. Sorry, I'm a little late. But hello and welcome to episode 29 of the Studio C podcast, the sports show.
How are you doing? I don't have a big intro today, guys. I'm a bit dehydrated today. I kind of overworked myself without water today at work. But yeah, Kid Vicious is here. The one and only Kid Vicious is here.
Yo, what's good? What's great? Your boy Phil. Internet is acting up. My internet is acting up, so letting everyone know in advance.
Phil,
My
let's
phone
be honest.
and
Your internet has trouble every day, every time we stream.
honestly, yeah, bro, we had AT&T, and the thing is, they don't work well in the area I'm at, so they were going in and out.
Yeah.
And then we switched to who we have. But when AT&T would work, it was way better. And now we got who we got now, and it's bad.
Yeah, our the only internet two there's only two internet providers available in my area, and that's uh Xfinity and Windstream. Windstream sucks. Um, unless they want to sponsor us, then they're great. Uh,
I've been streaming before.
but yeah, it's a very unknown internet provider. I barely got anything. Like I could barely stream. And then we thankfully switched back to Xfinity, which is more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely a need. Oh, and by the way, this new Baja Blast flavor is pretty good. Called Point Break Punch. Not sponsored yet, but hopefully. I actually don't know if I would accept a sponsorship from Mountain Dew
Why?
because they're owned by Pepsi.
Who cares? It's a sponsorship.
Whoever's
Probably
the
paid.
nah, I'm with Coke all the way. I mean, I love Mountain Dew, but I'm with Coke all the way.
It's probably a paid sponsorship. You are wilding.
Okay, depends upon the pay. If it's like 20 mil,
It's it's gonna be a good amount.
if it's like
No less
20
than,
mil, sure,
no less than 1,000.
bro. I think I was tweeting at YooHoo for like 23 days straight asking for a sponsorship. Nothing. So
Wow.
mentioning uh mentioning Mountain Dew once, I doubt it. Unless they want to DM us on Instagram at Studio C Pod.
You will probably have to do that for like a hundred days, and maybe they might reach out to you.
Maybe. Who knows? But alright, let's get right into this. Enough rambling. Let's start off with Mount Rushmore.
All right, y'all want me to go first?
Phil, first segment. You gotta introduce the segment.
Yes, all right. So yeah, so for this week's Mount Rushmore, we have the Mount Rushmore of NFL players from the 2010s. So the year 2010 to 2019, from that time span.
Okay, I'll go
The
first. I
most
think I have.
influential or best players from that time. Am I breaking up?
No, you're good. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I'll go first. I want to say this is gonna be an interesting list for me. So During that time, I was into quarterback, so I'm gonna go Russell Wilson, Big Ben. Uh, who's gonna be my third? Cam Newton. Who else? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, Drew Brees, but I'm gonna have to go Adrian Peterson. I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry. My fourth one's gonna be Adrian Peterson.
Hey, that's a that's a pretty solid list. A lot of quarterbacks on there, man. It's pretty solid. For me, I have, or in no particular order, but I have Tom Brady has to be on there. Unfortunately, I think he just. I don't even need to explain anything to Tom Brady. Next, I have Alvin Johnson Jr., aka Megatron, one of the best receivers of all time, the best receiver of our generation, was the best receiver in the 2010s. Dominant, changed the game. No one could cover him. He has next on my list, I have Adrian Peterson as well. Adrian Peterson doesn't get talked about a lot anymore, especially since he hasn't officially retired, so he's had no like kind of moment to recognize what he's done. But legendary running back, Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it. Fourth on my list, like last but not definitely not least, I have J.J. Watt on my Mount Rushmore in the 2010s. One of the most dominant defensive players ever, the most dominant probably stretch we've ever seen. JJ Watt was it was a season he had like 22 and a half sacks, and then they put him on offense and he had like 2 touchdowns. Then he had a pick six on defense. Just a once of a kind talent, and he definitely deserves to be on there as well.
Yeah, I should drafted him. The Colts drafted him, and then he went to the Broncos.
Yeah, 2010s
Broncos. I don't
Bills
know if
Broncos.
it was the Broncos or the Cardinals. I mean, not Cardinals or the Colts. I think it was the Broncos, though.
Yeah.
No, 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 Christian, you gotta confirm that because the Colts. I mean, he showed some flashes, but not as much as he did with the Broncos. You gotta confirm that.
No, no. That's completely. I completely disagree.
I mean, yeah, the Colts. Okay, I'll say this: Peyton Manning on the Colts was good. He was good, but let's be real. He didn't get big until he went to the Broncos. I'm sorry. Okay, so that counts. I mean, yeah, Peyton Manning. He's definitely. If he doesn't make the final list, that's crazy. It's Peyton Manning, arguably the best Manning of all time.
We will definitely talk about that.
Don't you dare. Don't you
Matt,
freaking dare. Are you Christian? Bro, Christian, what are you on? All he can do is fill up a stat sheet. No. No. He
Matty
should
Ice.
not be on a list with Peyton Manning. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, Christian. All right, continue. Continue. What the? No. No, Matty Ice can only fill up a stat sheet. That's it. That's all he could do. Wow. Wow. I'm not even trying to hate, bro. Just don't feel like he belongs on that list. But you can keep going. He doesn't belong on that list. Oh my God. Number wow. This is freaking crazy. That wouldn't have been biased. That would have made sense over Matt Ryan. Exactly. So he should have been on your list. It should have been Peyton. He won too. I mean, he still won too. He was still good. He was still good. Wow. Oh, I know what it is. I thought he was going Tom Brady. I didn't think he was going Antonio Brown. Yeah. 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 I mean, he was dominant. Like I said, if he was able to get some type of mental health work done, I feel like he could continue playing. But obviously, that's not happening. All right, first of all, Matt Ryan is not on the last Mount Rushmore. Fuck no. That motherfucker can only fill up a stat sheet. No, he's not on the final. Like, no. If you think he belongs there, you're fucking smoking something, bro. Because, like, bruh,
Right.
no. No. He didn't even belong on Christian's list, Barbecue's list. He didn't belong on that list. No.
Yeah, I'm not a Matt Ryan fan. He doesn't he deserves acknowledgement. But yeah, we're not going. I don't.
No.
Uh,
He's the main reason why the Falcons were so shitty for years
He went to didn't he go to a Super Bowl 2010s?
and choked.
All right, fine. I guess, but we all gotta agree, JJ Watt has to be up there.
yeah,
Yeah, he's the only defensive player on each list. So yeah,
I would have
and
put TJ up there also, but I'm not sure when he got drafted. I guess I could. It was just a simple Google search, but
I'm surprised. Oh, I forgot Rob Gronkowski, my favorite tight end of all time. I forgot about him. He was drafted then. I forgot, but he wasn't that dominant yet. So I don't think I don't think that was bad not to leave him off.
Next, I think Adrian Peterson has to be on the final list. I think
Yeah,
me and AV both had him on our list. Like it
yeah.
just the 2010s, he's honestly one of those players I think of. I,
Yeah, I mean, like I played with Adrian Peterson on every Madden game he was on, bro. Especially when I did a franchise mode, I always picked him up because I knew he could last most of the season without getting injuries. So Adrian Peterson is one of the most reliable running backs in the league. In the league, like I feel like bro, like Adrian Peterson, I don't know how he ran in real life, but on the game I always used him as a power back, and he got a bunch of yards off of that. So
Yeah.
like Adrian Peterson, yeah, he's like I said about JJ Watt, he's the only running back on the list, so he gotta get up there. And then from barbecue's list, Peyton Manning, I don't know if we can all agree, but I'm sorry, Peyton Manning, if he's not on the final one, I'm sorry. It's just Peyton Manning. It's
And,
just Peyton Manning. The
but
greatest Manning of all time. I'm sorry.
let me give my take real quick on the Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is a great quarterback, one of the all-time greats. When you look at 2010s, Peyton Manning was good. He had one elite season in 2014 or 2013 when he threw 50 touchdowns and he was elite. But but I feel how what y'all are saying about Roethlisberger is I think him and Manning are flipped in that category where Manning a lot of his success was in the 2000s when he was the MVP, I think a two-time MVP, he put up all those records, won a Super Bowl. I think that was his prime. That's Peyton Manning. Where you look at the 2010s, his career with the Broncos, he was good, but he wasn't at the level where he was at with the Colts. Where after that elite season with the Broncos I was talking about, they got destroyed by Seattle in the Super Bowl. And Peyton Manning after that season was not very good. They did end up winning a Super Bowl, beating the Panthers, but Peyton Manning was not good in that game. It was not good in that run. Their defense was elite. So when I look at Peyton Manning, he is not one of the better 2010s quarterbacks when I look at that era. I think guys like Aaron Rodgers are over him in 2010s, Drew Brees, hell, not accolades, but as far as talent and stats, Matthew Stafford. But ultimately, I don't see how we keep Tom Brady off the list.
Tom Brady, I'm sorry, you picked the specific year, 2010. I was not watching Tom Brady football. I just wasn't. I didn't watch Tom Brady football. I watched Russell Wilson football, Big Ben, Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, unfortunately. And Cam Newton. Those were the quarterbacks that I watched. I didn't really start watching Tom Brady until like the Seahawks, the year they beat the Seahawks for the
Yeah,
Super Bowl. So yeah, that's why I left him off the list.
that was 2014. That's the 2010s. The 2010s is 2010 to
Yeah,
2019.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I know that, but like I wasn't watching him. I really just started watching Tom Brady when he won that one. Like I really did. But
So
if we're talking about then, I'm sorry, bro. Look, there are other great quarterbacks in their prime during that time. I'm sorry. That's a competitive time period of quarterbacks, in my opinion.
okay, I'm sorry, but um, we're not in the show. Tom Brady makes the final list. I don't see in the world we keep him off. And I'm a Falcons fan, first of all, and I'm trying to
Bro,
get Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady wasn't gonna get on. The only way Tom Brady would have made it is if me or you feel how to say it. Barbecue is not putting Tom Brady on his list. He hates Tom Brady with a passion,
I mean,
and
this
he's
is this
not.
is unbiased though.
You would have done it unbiasedly, barbecue. Let's be real. You wouldn't
I
have.
didn't put
There's
Ben
no
on
way.
here.
You wouldn't have put Tom Brady on your list. There's no way you would have done that. There's no way. If
Tom Brady.
if you would have put Tom Brady on your list, I would have paid you $100. You would never put Tom Brady on your list. Like no, like no. I
So
mean, but
pay.
Bill, you left him off too. You should have put him on
Oh,
there.
oh no. My list was Tom Brady,
Oh,
Adrian Peterson, Calvin Johnson, and who's my fourth guy? Tom Brady, Adrian Peterson, Calvin, and JJ Watt. That was my fourth.
oh, okay. I thought you meant like nobody had him on the list. Okay, yeah. Tom Brady's on the final. Yeah, he's on the finals. Yeah, he's on the final Mount Rushmore.
I mean, what would be you guys' reasoning for keeping him off?
I mean, I don't have no reason. Barbecue probably would say he's a cheater, so I
I
probably
mean,
put barbecue.
realistically, if we are 100% being realistic, we have to put Deflategate on it too.
Oh my God!
I'm
But
being
if you take away,
100%
if you
serious.
take away Tom Brady's Super Bowls, I'm gonna be real with you, Phil. He's not good of a quarterback, in my opinion. There are quarterbacks that
Wait,
are better than him.
I don't like.
I can get rid of I can accept
Like there
Spygate
are
us
quarterbacks
not
better than him.
doing Spygate because that was 2017 or 2007.
Like if you talk about quarterbacks that stayed in the pocket, Phil, there are quarterbacks that are better than him, like Drew Brees, Big Ben, Matthew Stafford. Those quarterbacks are better than him. If you take away his Super Bowls, I'm sorry.
There's quarterbacks who are more talented, yes, but there's no quarterback except maybe Patrick Mahomes, if we're being real, that's better than Tom Brady. What do you mean
Are
if you
you
take away
kidding,
his Super
Phil?
Bowls?
Phil,
Wait, why
Tom
wait
Brady
his
is
Super Bowl,
unathletic. If you take away
bro?
his Super Bowls, he is unathletic. He throws. He has the
Dude,
most
wait,
interceptions thrown. No.
bro. 7 Super Bowls, bro. I mean,
I'm saying
and then
if you take away his Super Bowls, he is not the best quarterback. He's not.
that's stupid. What do you mean you take away his Super Bowls?
That's
Why
what,
are you
bro.
taking away?
Fuck you. Did you not? I literally said, Phil, if you take, before this even happened, I literally said, Phil, if you take away his Super Bowls, he's just an average quarterback, in my opinion.
I mean,
But
if
if
you
you
take
leave
away
Super Bowl,
anyone's Super Bowl, they're just an average quarterback.
no, I'm saying
Thank you.
what I'm saying is Tom Brady has no talent to me. He is not the. He's an average quarterback to me. That just so happened. I mean, yeah, he won all those 7 Super Bowls, but Tom Brady is not. It's when you look at his talent, he can't run, he can't scramble, he has the most interceptions thrown in the NFL. Nah, but if we put Super Bowls on there,
Okay,
yes, he's on the list. Yes, he's on the list.
touchdown. He has the most yards. If you take away his Super Bowls, he's still like number 1 in all the stats. So what are we talking
No,
about
he's
here?
not. Drew Brees
Yes,
has
he is.
half of them. Drew Brees has half of them. Are you kidding? No. Drew Brees has half of them.
NFL all-time passing leader Tom Brady with 89,214 yards, ahead of Drew Brees by 9,000 yards, who has 80,358. Let's look at passing touchdowns.
Bro,
You're
I'm
getting a
sorry,
little
bro.
quiet over there.
I
Tom
thought
Brady is the all-time passing touchdown leader,
there has to be
649. The
I
second,
remember I remember them saying
571.
something about it. That's why I said that. That's why I said that.
So even take away 7 Super Bowls. Let's do it. Take away the Super Bowl rings.
No.
He's still.
If you take away the Super Bowls, he's not on this list. He's not on this list if you take away
He's
the Super
still.
Bowl.
I mean, no. Okay, well, let's take away Peyton Manning's Super Bowl. His 2010s was nothing.
I mean, be honest with you.
He has an MVP. Tom.
I mean, if we're taking away Super Bowls, then the MVP holds more weight. It holds more weight. So Tom Brady would be better.
Yeah. I mean, and then we mentioned the Flake gate. My thing about that, okay, he got suspended the games or whatever. He proceeded to win the Super Bowl after that. So it's
my thing is this.
they said you were
My thing is this on
cheating.
that. I feel like you cannot put cheating. You cannot total up cheating in there as well. If we're talking about a Mount Rushmore, I don't think cheating has anything to do with this. That's my opinion. I don't think cheating has anything to do with this. Me personally, I don't think Tom Brady ever cheated. I'm sorry, except the Deflategate when he actually got suspended. Anytime other than that, he didn't cheat in my eyes. I'm sorry.
And then, in all honesty, this is kind of like personal preference, but I said I played offense, I played receiver. A deflated ball is really kind of a disadvantage. I mean, depending on how deflated it is, I'd rather have actual regular size or inflated football than a deflated one because it's just harder to get a grip on, and if you can squish it, it's just I would rather personally have inflated ball. So I don't really see how that would necessarily. I guess for Brady individually, it's probably easier to throw, but offensively for his receivers, I don't really think that's a big advantage for them. But either way, like I said, even if we add the inflate gate, he won the Super Bowl still after that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
his
So I
legacy's
mean,
there. He
like I said, overall he's on the list. I mean, you can't deny him off the list. I'm sorry, you just can't
I
deny him.
wasn't gonna deny him off the list, but I was just saying we have to put that into consideration.
I'm sorry, I don't feel like cheating is in consideration for a Mount Rushmore. I don't think that's relevant.
All right, who's next?
So right now we got Brady, we have JJ, we have Adrian Peterson. We need one more spot. I mentioned Calvin Johnson. I know Barbecue mentioned Antonio Brown, who I love. KV, KV, you had Russell Wilson, you had Cam. Um, who else? We already talked about.
I
Did you
got
have
Big
Breeze on
Ben.
yours? I know you had Manny. Did
I
you had
had,
Big Ben?
yeah.
Okay. Um, the only thing I'm trying to think, I'm gonna be real. Even
I feel like Calvin Johnson was a better player than all the people we have left. I'm sorry, Calvin Johnson was a dog.
there we go.
He's definitely better than
With that,
Antonio
let
Brown.
me be.
I'm sorry.
Let me throw some respect on Antonio Brown though. I know his off the field issues the last couple years or so has really taken away from what he was on the football field. Antonio Brown was the best receiver in the game by far when he was at his best. He was better than Julio. He was better than D Hop. He was better. The only person that was better than him was Calvin Johnson. And Antonio Brown and Calvin Johnson were neck and neck. You look at his stats, you look at what he would do. Antonio Brown is a top 5 receiver ever. And then if you want to be real, what he was doing may be a tiny bit more impressive when you consider that he was 5'9" and Calvin Johnson 6'5". I mean, but nevertheless, Calvin Johnson was just dominant. We never seen anything like him. To be 6'5", 240, run a 4.3, triple cover, doesn't matter. Uh, most receiving yards in the game. I don't think he has the most, but he had like 320 receiving yards in the game. Just dominant. When I think of 2010s NFL, he's definitely another one of those players that I go straight to. So, in my opinion, he has to be on there also.
I mean, for when you said Julio, I was shocked because like Julio was a dog too. I mean, Julio was catching in triple coverage, double coverage. Like he was pulling off some amazing catches. But like, yeah, I mean, I would have said I would probably if I had to rank them, I would probably say Calvin Johnson, Julio, and then Antonio Brown. I mean, because I didn't even know Antonio Brown was in the league then. But yeah, so Calvin Johnson, Julio, and Antonio Brown, bro. Julio's my all-time favorite receiver, bro. Even though he was a Falcons, he was my all-time favorite receiver. Huh? Like that man was a dog. You couldn't help but like Julio, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, obviously, I love Julio, but the reason why I have AB over him is just consistency. Julio would either have 50 yards, 100 yards. Every game, AB was getting 100 yards. Julio also didn't score touchdowns. He had like 3 touchdowns a season, and Tony Brown was getting 12 touchdowns a year. And then Julio, when you needed him the most, he always came up short. You know, I don't know if it was just him or a Falcons thing, but when I needed Julio the
I feel
most,
like
he always.
Julio was overused. That's why he was coming up short. I felt like y'all were overusing him, and that's why I feel like how he came up short a lot of times. He was just overworked. Like, like y'all had other players to throw to. Y'all had Tony Gonzalez. I mean, Y'all had some other receivers too, but I just feel like he was overused. That's why he was coming up short.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. It always depends, but so are we all in agreement with the final list?
What was the
What's
final?
We have Adrian Peterson, J.J. Watt, Tom Brady, and Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm agreeing for that. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Before we get into anything else, I want to talk about the NFL made a new rule. I think it was
What
like a week or two ago. I think.
they keep making up these new rules. Like, what in the world?
Well, this is more of a cosmetic rule. It's they changed the helmet rule.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, can you look it up and see what specifically was changed?
Okay, I'm looking up now. So they are actually allowing alternate helmets because I know they kind of struck it down a couple years ago with they were super strict on how everyone's helmets look. Now they are very lenient on the helmets.
All right. Finally, a rule I like. Yeah. I mean, that's a rule I can get behind. But those other rules, nah. Just nah. But this rule, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it's in the favor of all teams, so I can get down with that rule. That's a good rule by the NFL. Good job. Shout outs to the NFL for that rule. I'll say that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's a cool rule, allowing alternate helmets and stuff. Um, it's just slowly but surely we're getting there. But NFL, they call it the no fun league because I still like to see players being their athletes, advisors wear that in the game and not wear or like the real they want to. They have a real strict uniform policy that I think needs to be cut down on a lot. Take small steps slowly but surely. This a cool rule, a cool change.
One thing I would love to see the Steelers do is get their super they're not super old. They're pretty old. Full yellow helmets from they wore them in the 50s. But those helmets with the black and gold color rush, that would look amazing.
Christian, I have one request for the Steelers. Can y'all please get those old school, old timey prison uniforms and throw them in a fire?
The
Those things
Bumblebee?
look ugly. Oh my god.
Bro, I want them to
No.
bring the Bumblebee jerseys back.
No. That is
Bring
ugly.
those
They need to
back.
burn them. They look like prison uniforms from the Wild Wild West. Like no, they look awful. Don't ever put that on again. And the Packers need to do the same thing with our throwback jerseys. Throw them in the trash. That crap looks awful. No, the Falcons are probably the only three out of the three of us that have the best other uniforms. Sorry, but those two uniforms look like shit. What the fuck? When I
We need
first
to
saw those,
bring
that's
the
literally what I said.
Bumblebee uniforms back. We need to bring them
No,
back.
Phil, how do you feel about those uniforms? Those look like prison, old school, old timey prison uniforms.
Yeah, they're very, but that's they're supposed to look like that. Usually when they wear it in games, I mean, I think
Oh my
it's just
god.
part of it. Same thing with the Packers. old uniform.
Like, what in the crap is this?
Yeah, that's the whole charm.
I watched a lot of
It's good because it's bad.
Like, oh my god. But yeah, I do want new uniforms though. I want that. I seen an all white Packers uniform that went like hard. It went hard. I hope they get that one. It's an all white with like the Packers logo on it. It goes hard. I hope they get that uniform this year.
All right,
But yeah, I mean
speaking of
the
uniform
helmet thing is
changes,
great.
I think Lions' new uniforms were released today. And honestly, their old color rush with the all gray jersey, gray helmet, gray pants, it did not look good. I hated those did not look good. But these new uniforms, I mean, they look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean I like it. Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
black ones, and I believe these are leaks, so I'm not sure if they're real.
Yeah, I see a black and blue one.
Yeah, that black one looks pretty good. I honestly, I'd say probably second best, if that is their color rush, which I'm assuming it is. Probably second best color rush in the league. Steelers have the best looking.
I'm
No,
sorry, the best color rush for me, in my opinion, is the Seahawks. They have the best color rush to me.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
they do.
love the Steelers. I could be a little biased, but I mean, the black on all gold,
Let me see.
kind of hard
Let
to
me.
beat.
I'm looking at Detroit's the leaks of the new uniform. I don't know if I'm looking at the
Color
wrong thing. I
rush is
see
kind of.
the blue,
I mean, the
the
Steelers
blue,
color
white,
rush
and
is
black.
kind of basic to me. I mean, it's not ugly, but it's kind of basic at the same time. So those are leaks, but when I literally went up, searched up NFL new uniform, they're literally the first team that came up.
Yeah, because they're getting new uniforms, but the I'm
Oh, appear it says appeared to have a leak.
yeah.
That's what it said. Yeah.
So these are leaks, I believe. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed that they're real, but I believe they're planning to get released tonight.
Yeah. These say leaked.
But they look good if they're real. I mean, they look really
Yeah,
good.
for real, these do look like some good uniforms. Yeah.
I
I wonder how much it costs to make new uniforms for like a team. How much it would cost a team to make new uniforms.
probably a lot.
Yeah.
I love I don't know if you guys saw last year the Lions came out with a new uh Mustang inspired helmet. And
Oh yeah,
those with their old logo, oh my gosh, those are probably one of the best helmets in the league.
yeah. I think my favorite uniforms that Detroit they wear very rarely, but I think you guys touched on their their black and blue uniforms. I mean, that's just a color concept that it's hard to mess up anyways. I'm really a fan of their black and blue uniform.
Yeah, the black and blue look really good. I mean, kind of reminds me of the Panthers a little bit, but yeah, I mean, some of these color concepts like go really well. Falcons with the black and red, Lions with the black and blue, Steelers black and gold and white. Uh, I mean, Green Bay the Packers are. I mean, I get that concept.
Basic.
Are
It's basic.
okay. Yeah.
It's basic.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's tiny.
yeah. The Packers are. It could be better.
I mean, there's not a lot you can do with their colors though. We only have white and yellow. That's not a
White,
lot to
yellow,
do
and
with.
green.
Yeah, and green. I mean, I guess you can do something with that, but I don't know.
I mean, Seahawks colors are weird. It's like a vomit green or like a
Bro, the
bright.
Seahawks got the hardest color rush, bro.
Eh,
That is the hardest color rush, my guy.
those color rush. If you like running around looking like a highlighter, sure. I
Bro,
mean,
those color rushes are hard. Seahawks color rush is hard.
mm-mm.
I love their color rush.
Their color rush looks like 30 people or yeah, 30 people running around and as a
Bro,
highlighter.
their color rush is hard.
Eh,
Especially that green. That is hard, bro.
that
And
highlighter
when they
green.
put like, little accessories with it to go, so they not just looking like a highlighter. Like, yeah, I don't know. If you do
Bro,
it
those
right,
things are hard, bro.
You need those solar eclipse glasses every time they play a game in those. Like it's so like
Bro,
bright. It's like ah.
bro. That color rush is like goes hard, bro.
All right. I feel like that's it for football. You guys want to talk NBA?
Oh, the Packers, we recently just signed a offensive lineman. Let me pull up his name. Let's yeah, we recently just signed him literally like a couple like an hour ago. Let's see. Uh, let me pull it up.
Oh, hold
Hockey, that's
on.
the
Wait. Before you go on, Lions uniforms were just released literally 3 minutes ago.
So are those the official uniforms?
I'm looking right now. Looks like the blue and white ones look official. Um, the helmet looks pretty good. I'm looking at their video that they just posted. Yeah, their helmet looks really good. Their jerseys look clean. Oh, there's a white one. Yeah, these look pretty official. I feel like these are official.
So is the black and blue one official?
I'm looking right now. Yep, it's official. Those are official.
Uh,
And the
we just
helmets with the alternate helmets, the matte blue with the black stripe for the black jerseys. Oh, those look good. Those look really good. Yeah, I'm looking. The NFL just posted a hype up video, you could say. Those look good.
uh, so for the Packers, we just signed offensive lineman Andre Dillard. Yeah, I'm trying to look at his stats. Uh, well, we just signed an offensive tackle Andre Dillard. Where's his stats at? Who's his stats? Uh, they usually show stats on ESPN.com.
Look up his stats.
All right, I'm just gonna look up his stats because I need to. I hadn't even looked at him to see if he's any good. Phil, do you know who that is? He's from the Tennessee Titans.
I've heard. I feel like I've heard the name, but all honesty, unfortunately, when it comes to offensive lineman, I mean, I'm not gonna know
Okay.
too much.
Okay, I don't know how to read these stats because I don't know what their actual name is. So, hold on, let me go. What happened? Okay, summary for 2023. G, I don't know what G means on a stats sheet for a lineman. It's 16, and then
That
AV, I don't know what that is either.
the G is games played, and then what's the other one?
AV.
AB average.
Okay, average. Okay, it's 5, and then GS is 10. I don't know if those numbers are good, but his career for G is 59. His average career is 12, and then GS is 19. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, especially for G, that's not bad because that's 59. Then his average overall for his career is 12, and then the GS overall is 19. I mean, I'll just probably watch some clips of him. Like I said, he's an offensive lineman. We just picked him up. We just signed him today. So that is a good thing, a big thing for the Packers. We've never really had the strongest offensive line, so that's a plus in the column for the Packers on that. That's all I really have to say about the Packers for today.
I just forgot we were not on the fun show. I was gonna share some news, but all right. Yeah, you guys want to talk about NBA?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
but before we get into the NBA, I want to talk about the women's WNBA draft. It was a good draft. I knew some of the players from March Madness. Caitlin Clark, of course, she got picked first. I forgot who she. I think she got picked by the Fever, I believe it was, who picked
Yeah,
her up. And her contract, oh my God, that contract, I would love to have that type of money. She has a great contract that she got. And then Angel Reese, she got a good contract as well. But what I found interesting, they're drafting these players to 4-year deals. I'm like, these are not even rookie deals, but okay. Yeah, because like NFL, NBA, you don't see that 4-year deal unless you're like a dog. Like 4 years is a lot. I mean, um, I am gonna watch the WNBA this year. I'm probably gonna go to a game, uh, just because of the talent that just came out of the draft. You can't help but to watch it. So yeah, I am gonna watch the women's basketball WNBA. It starts. The first game is on. Oh, this says preseason. When does the regular season start? Okay, regular season starts May 14th. I'm probably gonna watch. Of course, I'm gonna watch the teams that picked up Angel Reese, Camilla. I forgot that girl's name. Camilla something. They're both on a team together. They were big rivals in college. Of course, I'm gonna watch the Atlanta Dream. They're the only other Atlanta team I root for, so I'm gonna watch them on May 15th at 10 p.m. So yeah, I'm going to start watching some women's basketball this year and years to come because man, that March Madness really helped women's basketball. It really did. It gave them a boost. So yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out.
yeah, I definitely agree. Speaking on the draft real quick, I'm not gonna sit here in front like I watched it beginning to end. I only watched the first round, and I watched 3 picks in the first round. I wanted to see Caitlin Clark go number one, wanted to see where Angel Reese went, and then I saw who the Atlanta Dream picked. But congratulations and shout out to all these young women that got drafted, even the ones that didn't get drafted, getting picked up by teams as a free agent. Accomplishing a dream that you worked so hard for and all your life for is amazing. That's an incredible moment for them. So shout out to them. Like you were saying, KB, this definitely I'm going definitely tune into WNBA this year. feel like you said, we both are, and a lot of other people around, America and the world are gonna have a lot more interest in the WNBA because, like you were saying, the attention and notoriety that the women's March Madness and just college basketball scene brought to the women's basketball game and the movement. So, congratulations to them. And I'm pretty. Um, I don't know if excited is a word, but I'm definitely looking forward to the WNBA season.
Me as well. I mean, I just feel like it should be a good season. I haven't been to a WNBA game in so long, but when I do like start looking at tickets to see when I'm gonna go, I'm definitely gonna send you guys a message in the group chat to see if you guys would like to come as well. Because I feel like the tickets they might not be as expensive as the NBA games. So
Yeah,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
speaking.
So like I'll probably definitely like send you guys a message to see if you guys want to go see an Atlanta Dream game or something.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, just let me know. Definitely. Moving to NBA real quick. Playing games happen.
Oh my God. The Hawks. What? What did I tell you? What did I tell you I was gonna do if the Hawks lost?
So so the we can talk about the Hawks first. First, yeah, I don't like to be long winded, but let me have like 5 minutes. I probably won't use all of them,
Oh my
but
God, the Hawks, bro. They really broke my heart, bro. They really did. Like
so
I was
what?
like, are they gonna go all the make another run? The last time we seen the Hawks at this point, they made a run. But yeah, go ahead. Phil. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Before going into this game, we had talked about it last week. You said that the Hawks should really win, no problem. I already kind of knew disappointment was just going to happen. It was a high chance. Before I even get into the excuses, I mean, the Bulls are a mid team also, but they're a better mid team than we are. And they're just an overall better team than we are. And that showed last night. One thing I didn't know before the game started, I found out during the game, we are really hurt. We are a really hurt and depleted team, which is probably why our record was what it was. Jalen Johnson, who the commentators even said he was arguably our best player in games this year. He was out this game. We had another key rotation player out for the season. We had two key rotation players out for the season. We were just a depleted team. And even Trae Young himself, our star player, he just came off of injury like 4 games ago. He returned from injury 4 games ago, had a wrist brace on, took it off, just never looked right, never felt right, never looked comfortable in the game. So which obviously why we lost. Kobe White also destroyed us. That's terrible. Um, Kind of moving on from that game though, talking about my plans, what I want to see from the Hawks, what I think may happen. The fan in me, I would like to see us first. I would like to see a different head coach. I do not like what I'm seeing from Quinn Snyder. Um, he took over in the middle of last year. Had this whole season, we have not been a good team with him. I just don't think it's a good fit. He also just gives on my nerves wearing those red glasses, looking like Peter Parker on the sideline. I just not a fan of him. Um, when I look back, as I would like to see our team see us go back and try and run it back again with pretty much the same team and just see how what we can do healthy. Give Trey and DeJounte another year of figuring it out, one last season. Because we traded too much to see DeJounte just end the experiment after 2 years. Jalen Johnson with his leap that he took this year. Let's see what he does going into next season. Let's see what the team has. We got the talent and the ability. Let's see what we have before we blow things up. But that's just as the fan in me. I also want to keep Trae Young. He's one of my favorite players. He's the only sports jersey that I own, and I would hate to see him go, but realistically, I know you're gonna say KP. I think we watched the last Atlanta Hawk game from Trae Young, and it hurts my heart. But I think we have. I think him and DeJounte just don't seem to work together. We played better without him. If you watch the game, when Trae Young was out, we started making a run. They put him back in. Then we go back down by 15 again. Granted, he was hurt. He was not 100%. He was not himself. But it's kind of been like that the whole season. I don't know why it's like that. I don't think
Yeah.
it's his, but it's just weird. And I think, we may have watched the final game, especially when you look at DeJounte. I don't think he's better than Trae Young, but he's pretty damn good, man. And you know, I just don't know. And Trae Young, he didn't help himself with that performance last night. I hope it's not true. I hope I'm just talking, but I really do feel that we might have watched our Atlanta Hawk game from Trae Young, and it hurts. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what direction the Hawks go in next season, because you either blow it up or you try to run it back. But yeah, I'm sorry for taking so long.
But speaking of blowing up, arguably one of the greatest dynasties, the greatest duo in all of the NBA. It's time. I can't believe I've said this, having to say this, but it's time. Golden State Warriors, they need to part ways with whoever they're going to part ways with. I don't think they're going to part ways with Stephen Curry. I'll be shocked if they do. I heard about Klay Thompson might get a big contract with the Orlando Magics, but I also heard the same thing in the rumor mill about the Bucks wanting to give him a good big contract before he got injured. So yeah, and then Draymond needs to go to anger management classes. That's what he needs to do. He needs a therapist. That's what he needs to do. Focus on his mental health or whatever's going on with him. Like, he doesn't even seem like he's focused on basketball. He just focused on being a WWE wrestler. But it is a sad moment. Like, oh, like, wow, it's over. It's officially over. It breaks my heart. Like, because to be honest, let me give you some backstory. When the Splash Brothers first burst on the scene, when the Warriors first burst on the scene, I hated them because they came out there and whooped LeBron them. I hated the Warriors. But after seeing them so much, I was like, bro, you can't help but love these guys, bro. Especially Mr. Flirtatious Stephen Curry, bro. Because Stephen Curry, I still remember that moment when Stephen Curry hit that three, kicked his foot up like he was a cheerleader, and then that other time when he was sitting in between these two girls, like they didn't look like they were. I thought they were like in college. They looked like some college students, and it was the whole scandal with his. Oh, what is his wife gonna say? But yeah, like bro, the Splash Brothers, the Warriors they're officially over. They are officially done. Their dynasty is officially dead. They are. They're done. They're done. Breaks my heart, but they're done. They're done. They had a good run. Phil, I can't hear you.
My bad. I would have to agree for the most part. I do feel that the dynasty is done, but I do still feel like they can be a decent, solid team. When I look at the Warriors, if you blow it up, if you trade away Clay, and if you don't re-sign Clay, you even maybe trade away Draymond, and you keep Steph, of course. I mean, is you get maybe a couple quality role players? I mean, is that Warriors team with just Steph? Is that a good team? I mean, no. So, in my opinion, if you're
I
going to blow
mean,
it up,
one could argue that first final they won against the Cavaliers was just Steph. We hadn't seen what Klay Thompson had in his bag that year because Steph literally took over in games and just flat out destroyed the Cavaliers. But the season after that, yeah, that was the Splash Brothers.
that finals you're talking about, I'm trying to see. Andre Iguodala was the Finals MVP. That's when he was really good. And then Klay Thompson in that season, let me look. He averaged what is he averaged 22 a game. So I
But
mean,
my
he
thing
he
is,
was
what I'm saying is that we didn't have an answer for Stephen Curry that year. We didn't.
Yeah.
Because I was rooting with the Cavs. That was back when I was rooting for teams for real with my boy LeBron. I was rooting for the Cavs, and that was heartbreaking. But like, I just feel like they're going to blow them up this year, Phil. I don't think they stay together next year. I really don't.
Yeah, well, kind of getting back to my point that you look at if they do get rid of both Clay, Draymond, that team is just Steph, and that's not a very good team. Where I don't think they're gonna blow it up unless they just do it completely. Where at this point, if you're going to be mid anyways, if you get rid of them both, they're only gonna play a couple more seasons. Let's just be real. I was son and just let them ride it out and retire together, and then blow it up. Then I don't really see the why get rid of them now because the direction you're going in, I don't really see it in a good one. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, I feel like they're gonna blow it up. Honestly, I feel like they should leave Steph and to play on there. Get rid of Draymond because he's not even trying to play basketball no more. They need a center. They have needed a center for years. They've never had a great center. I mean, they had some good centers that were good role players when they won those finals and stuff, but they've never had a good center. So get a center. Trade Draymond for a good center or something. But Draymond needs to just sit the fuck down because what are you doing, my guy? You're a grown ass man sitting up here wrestling. Like, damn. Like, he is so freaking temperamental, like a little child. Like, yeah. But that's all I have to say about the Warriors. Anything else in basketball I have to say? I think all my picks are wrong. The 76ers beat the Miami. The Hawks lost. I don't think I picked anybody who won to win. I don't think I picked the Lakers to win against the Nuggets either. Like all my picks were, I mean, not the Nuggets, whoever they played. I did not pick them to win. So all my playing tournament picks were wrong. So, but all these Lakers fans need to calm the fuck down. Talking about Lakers in 6, Lakers in 7. You still got to get past the Joker. You still got to get past the Joker, and you still got to worry about if Anthony Davis is going to get hurt or not. So we shall see with them.
Yeah, I agree, but if one man could do it, it's King James.
Yeah,
Being real.
If we're being real, he might put on put a little spark under his step since his season is kind of winding down. Which Phil, I don't know if you see. I don't know if this is April Fool's joke that they reposted or not. Is LeBron retiring after this year? Like I seen that.
No, he's about to have a chance to play with Bronny. There's no way he's retiring.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but that's another discussion for another day. But yeah, I mean, from all my picks went bad, but I just feel like the Lakers, unless LeBron really turns it on, unless everybody steps up with them, I just feel like the Nuggets might get past them. I feel like the Nuggets can get past them, in my opinion. I feel like it can go either way in that series.
Okay. Yeah, the Nuggets are definitely the favorites, though, I would say. But yeah, honestly, I think it's going to be a 7-game series,
Yeah,
and I will be rooting for the Lakers. Me personally, I'll be rooting
yeah.
for them.
I mean, for me, I'll love to watch the Lakers win because LeBron James is my favorite player of all time. So either way, I won't be mad. The only other team I want to win and make it far is the Celtics. I want to see the Celtics get far. That's the one team from the East I want to get far. And then OKC. How do you feel about OKC? That's what I wanted to ask you. I was thinking, how do you feel about them? Are they a good 1 seed? Are they a bad 1 seed? Do you think they can make the finals? Like, I know that's a lot of questions, but
That is definitely understandable. OKC is an interesting team because I haven't watched them play this year much. I really have at all, but I know they're a really good team. But I don't know if it's just me. I don't know how you feel about that. It just seems like a fraudulent number 1 seed. Like it's like out of all the Western teams, OKC got number 1. It's like I know they're good, but number 1 seed good, and they're young, they're inexperienced. I'm going to be real. Who are they playing? They'll find out who they're playing against tomorrow. I think it'll either be Pelicans or Kings. I wouldn't be surprised if they got upset in the first round.
Yeah,
You call
I
me
mean,
a hater.
yeah. I mean, honestly, the last great Thunder team we've seen was James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook. The year they went far. So that's the last great Thunder team I've seen. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that Thunder team looks better than this one. These guys look. I mean, they're young, but you got to remember, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant, they were young too, but they were on a whole nother level compared to these guys. I feel like these guys, they're good, but I think their inexperience is gonna bite them in the ass. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll watch, but I feel like their inexperience is gonna bite them in the ass. But we shall see with that one. Who are the Celtics playing in the first round?
The 76ers. Right, wait, no. We'll find out tomorrow. It's either going to be Chicago
Okay, so I
or
Okay, so I got the playoff schedule. Okay, so the playoff schedule, Magic versus the Cavaliers. Well, that's shocking. I didn't know those two teams were good, but hey. The 76ers versus the Knicks. And then the Celtics is to be decided, like you just said. And then the Suns versus the Timberwolves. And then the Lakers versus the Nuggets. And then the Maverick versus the Clippers. Oh man, I hope my boy Luca can pull it off, but I don't know, bro. PG and Kawhi versus Luca and the Mavs. That's a tall task. I ain't gonna hold you. That is a tall task for Luca
it's going
and
to
the
be a
Mavs.
great series. Great series.
I'm gonna call my mom right back. She's probably asking how I'm feeling. And then it's Pacers Bucks. That might be a good series. And then yeah, but yeah, I mean, these playoffs. Hopefully they're competitive. I like to see a competitive playoffs. So yeah. Yeah, I mean that's all I have to say. Really have to say about basketball for right now until we get until the playoffs roll around and we see what's what.
I guess passing time for our man Barbecue to come back. So I know you recently started a new job. How you been liking that? It's been cool.
My good job is the reason why I was dehydrated today, man. Like, bro, like they were like I'm in the mulch pit, and the mulch pit is in a half of the parking lot where you have to load mulch onto people's cars, and the sun would just not move, and I wasn't able to go in there and get water. Like I told my cousin I almost passed out today. Like I lost feeling in my legs, like I was about to fall out. So like, bro, right now I am burnt, bro. I am burnt. Like, I've been drinking Gatorade, Powerade, and water. I'm burnt right now, but it's a good job overall. Better hours. It's just more flexibility. They're just a better job overall, in my opinion. I'm working at Home Depot. They're
Okay,
just a better. It's a better environment in general. Like,
that's cool.
it's a lot better. Like Home Depot. What I just found out in my orientation when I did have it.
Hmm.
Well, Home Depot is the type of like they look out for you. Like they literally have a whole fund for like people who will fall on hard times. Like I forgot what it's called, but if your family is on having hard times, they literally have a fund for that, and they help you with school and everything. So like they're pretty good job. It's a pretty good job to have. I know
Okay.
you're in full field, but if since we live close together, during the summer, if you're able to, I mean, if you need a job, I mean, they would be a good job choice. I don't know how that's looking for you, but they would be a good option.
Oh yeah, yeah. When it comes to to a job. My first barbecue, we were just kind of talking about life for a while and wait for you back or whatever. But so you're not like, where are they talking about? But yeah, but job as far as me, I'm pretty much I'm in my career field now, which is
Okay.
amazing at night to do that. Yeah, so I'm a underground line worker, electrical worker. But yeah, but I
Okay.
will say if you so are you outside a lot working?
Yeah, my job requires me to be outside. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You got to keep water on you, water, Gatorade. You gotta stay hydrated because I stay outside at work, so it's getting warm and it's only gonna get hotter because it's not even summer yet. So you definitely gotta. That's important. Make sure
Yeah.
you're ready and stuff.
Yeah, like it was. I told my cousin it was a scary moment. I've never felt dehydrated in my life. That was a scary moment right there. Like, well, yeah, like I didn't even like. I at first I was gonna tell you guys I wasn't gonna do the show, but I decided I was gonna come do the show with you guys because I am able. Like, I'm feeling whole lot better than I did originally.
Okay, yeah, that's good. But yeah, I know that's why I'm always like very inconsistent or sometimes not active in the chat because I be working. I work from what 6:30 to 5:30, and a lot of times I'm always like doing stuff with my hands or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, it's a good job though. But anyway, point being, if you're outside, especially around this time, definitely hydrate, and that's really important.
Even if you're in doing warehouse work, because
Yeah.
those warehouses, I worked in a warehouse 2018, summer of 2018. It's hot. I mean, they have like giant industrial fans, but even then, it's still hot. So if you're working in extreme temperatures in general, just make sure to drink a lot of water.
Talk
Are
about
you
I didn't even eat till like four after I got off work at like 4:30. So I didn't eat until then. So I hadn't had anything to eat up until then. So yeah, that made it even worse. So yeah.
All right. Let's talk probably our last week for a bit talking about actually no. We got a couple more weeks left to talk about the NHL. But big news, the Arizona Coyotes are moving to Utah. It was just announced today that I mean, it wasn't announced today, but it was announced a couple of days ago that they are moving to Utah. I think it was announced today that the owners, uh, what was it? What was it? Hold on, I need to look back at our chat. The owners are it is the team is fully owned by the Smith Entertainment Group, led by Ryan and Ashley Smith, who also own the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, I saw that. That's interesting. I mean, I feel like Utah's more fit for hockey because it gets real cold there, and Arizona seems
Definitely.
so dry and hot
Yeah,
for a hockey.
it was super weird choice to have a hockey team in Arizona.
Yeah, I think that was a good move by them
Oh,
because
definitely, 100%.
it's like I mean that's hot and dry for a hockey.
Stop.
Honestly, that's a great point, KB. I didn't even think about that when I saw it. Arizona is a very weird location for hockey. Utah just seems perfect, kind of for a hockey team. It seems like a hockey state. are a great place to have a hockey team. So that the move should definitely work out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it's kind of like the Atlanta Thrashers. Like Atlanta doesn't get cold. I mean, we have
Yeah.
our years sometimes, but
I mean, it get cold, but it doesn't get like wintry where we have snow and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, every once in a while, like every couple years, we will. But
yeah,
there's also not. It also depends upon the demand for a hockey team.
yeah. And we're down south. Down south doesn't really have a lot of snow like that, like it is up north.
Yeah, I mean the Florida has a hockey team,
That's another interesting place for a hockey team.
and I think California might have a few.
Yeah, I can see the market for it in California.
I
Yeah,
can kind of see the market for it in Florida too, because I mean Florida's a decent sports state. They have Tampa Bay and I don't know if they have a basketball team, but I know because I have some family who lives in Florida and they're everything Florida, like like Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, partly Steelers fans, um, but
yeah,
Buccaneers, Lightning.
yeah. Barky, where's the dog cam today? You don't have the dog cam up
I
today.
don't have the dog cam because they weren't in my room until now.
Uh,
I can turn it on though.
I see one of your dogs in the background. Do they follow each other around your house?
Yeah, normally. It's the I don't know why it's not working. Dog cam's not working.
It just popped up on the screen next to Phil on Twitch. That's how I'm seeing it. It just says dog cam though.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the camera. The camera's not working.
I feel like you think of hockey, you think of cold snow. Like you don't think of somewhere hot and dry.
Yeah, Arizona and Jet. How long were they a team? When were they established? 1996. So they were on for a good while.
Yeah.
Um, went through. Team moved to Phoenix in July 1st, 1996, where they were renamed. Yeah, and I know Atlanta's team moved to Canada, and they're Jets now. But at least Coyotes won their last game ever. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so going on with the Penguins, April 11th, won against the Red Wings in overtime. Overtime. I don't know why I said that with a question mark. 5-6. It was a very close game. I got to watch the end of it as I was after the show. So this is when I thought we were going to make the playoffs, which we didn't, by the way. This is the next game is kind of where our playoff hopes kind of fell. We lost to the Bruins 6-4, won against the Predators 2-4, and then lost to the Islanders 5-4. Which the Islanders yesterday really didn't matter because our game, I believe, the final for our division, the final teams were already chosen at that point. So That last game didn't really matter. But yeah, we unfortunately missed the playoffs once again. Second year in a row of missing the playoffs. Unfortunately.
Feels like an Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say it's an Atlanta team basically. Except we would have choked. We would have gotten all the way to the Stanley Cup playoffs or the Stanley Cup and choked last minute. Been up 5-0 and choked in the last period.
And that was one time. Ever since the choke, we have been close.
All right.
Oh,
Hey, stop. All right. Next, MLB.
Braves, we swept the Astros.
Hey, stop.
That was my highlight of my week. We swept the Astros. I hate the Astros, and we swept them. I was so happy.
I mean, they didn't do too good against the Mets. Mets beat them a couple of times. Mets beat
The
them.
Mets. The Mets series is incomplete, so I'm not really upset about that. That series is incomplete. We still got to make up the last game.
And they go up against the Rangers tomorrow. I'm surprised they don't have any games against the Pirates this season. I thought they went against the Pirates every season.
I mean, I would love to see the Pirates.
They
This would be a
do. May.
yeah. There's gonna be a game. There's over 100 games in baseball.
I looked on my phone earlier today and it didn't say that they were playing. Must not pull it down far enough. But yeah, Pirates, they won their series against the Phillies. I believe. Yeah. Oh no, they tied their series. Lost against the Mets 3 times in a row, and then we played the Red Sox.
And you're supposed to avenge us? Are you kidding me?
I was trying to be nice, okay?
Avenge us and you take 3 L's? Well, that's crazy.
Alright, I was trying to be nice. Alright.
That series between the Mets, between us and them, is literally 2-1. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But I think Acuna got his first home run of the season yesterday. I'm not sure if he did. I forget. But yeah, Acuna's been kind of quiet. My cousin says Acuna takes time to warm up to the season, so he's been like quiet. He hasn't been a lot. Ozzy's been pretty loud. Who else? Ozuna. He's been doing good. He gets like a hit every game. Michael Harris is doing well. It's good as well. Yeah, I mean the Braves just have some of the best batting in the MLB in my opinion. They just do. And like the only thing is pitchers. The pitchers they've looked good. They've had their rough spots, especially when we lost like 16 to I forget the 2 or something. That was the worst pitching by the Braves this year. But the pitching is improved this year. But yeah, I mean the Braves are good. I mean the Pirates are a good team as well. But the Braves. Oh, one thing I want to say about the Braves has the best record right now in the MLB at 12-5. So that's that. I was happy to see that. So yeah. Yeah. Like Barbecue said, we play the Rangers tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah. We're gonna see how that goes. At 7:20. Yep. Hopefully we can beat them. Continue this winning streak. Because right now, after that series, we're on a 4 game winning streak because I think we won that last game against the Marlins. Yeah, we did. We're on a 4 game winning streak, so hopefully we can continue that.
Open. All right. You guys got anything else to talk about?
No, not tonight.
All right. We will see you right back here tomorrow evening, I believe. Yeah. And then next week, we'll remind you of this again next week, but there will haven't decided if there will be a mixed show or just sports show next week. I have some things that I have to do, or I'm going to a film festival, so
Yes.
I won't be available for the weekend. But yeah, so we'll talk and we'll make a decision tomorrow whether to just cancel the fun show for next week or do a split show, a mixed show for next Thursday. All right, we'll see you all later.